Let's go. Good morning. I was putting on a hoodie and I got a whole bunch of lint in my eyes. Unbelievable. It's like the most annoying thing, you know? Not the most annoying, but anyways, good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Good morning. DS or M versus 103? 103-ish. All NMD. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. No, these guys had good news this morning. Connection to Palantir, which is good. It just seems to be going back and forth for now, though. Okay. Listed. Completely. Let me take a look. Becoming a la 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 la. Let's go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Said you need Jesus. That's what you need. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Andy, good morning. Swami, good morning. To pay for it fully today. Love it. So I paid for the membership in one day. That's right. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, good job. Good morning, Floyd. Good morning, Kevin. Did you figure out your stuff, your tax stuff? Vena, good morning. Marwan, good morning. Injo, good morning. Good morning, War. C, good morning. OT, good morning. Hebrew, good morning. Yang, good morning. Jay, good morning. Sean, good morning. Mohammed, good morning. Ria, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Greg, you can see yeah, yet. No, I mean, we're really close to the open. The only thing that's kind of giving you obvious levels is ONMD, right? ONMD just keeps failing at the top, but then holding the bottom. So the levels on this one are quite obvious. There are a whole bunch of names that look promising, like very promising, you know? These guys had good news too. The volume is nice. The levels are just, pretty useless. But if it can find a way to break out above like 86, I don't know why I put that line there, but I put it right there. Like look at those numbers. Look at these numbers. Right along the six, the sixes all across. That's where my resistance is at. You think so? Okay, good. But you can see the double top though, so we do need to break above that level. If not, we might need to come back and retest like closer to 61. So if you're holding this, if you're looking for a play, if they can hold about that 60 cents, then you should be okay. BATL is just annoying, right? It had a really good run earlier this morning once it broke out. It needs to do that again, right? It's holding 480, 470 really well, but it needs to break above 520 if it wants to go. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning. I know, right, Mark? We'll see what happens at the open there. Cool. But yeah, the most important thing for these things, as usual, consolidation or breakouts. Okay. Mute that. So for now, we're testing the bottom. So watch that 60 cents for a bit of a base. Again, we like this one most likely at the top of the list, probably. But it does need to break out too, right? It really needs to break out. So we'll see if we actually get a breakout here and then go boom skis. Good morning, Michael. LT, time for options. Yeah, Mr. Poots. Let's go. Frank, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Alicia, good morning. You're new to Discord, right, Alicia? I think so. I think you just became a member yesterday, and I think you're connected as well. So welcome. Welcome to the community. Dre, good morning. Other Kevin, good morning. Erica, good morning. Good morning, everybody. So going into the open, Um, we like ONMD, but we do need to break out. So if you're looking for a brand new position, I wouldn't do that yet until we break out, or if we come back for the dip and actually consolidate. Alrighty. So like I said in Discord, it's almost like 88 cents for support for now, and then $1 103 for resistance. So we do need to break to the upside. Hopefully that happens at the open. And there are a few more random stocks that we really haven't talked about, but we're not going to talk about them unless they're actually doing anything at the open. Unless they're actually doing something at the open, and then we can come back. BATL also on the list. Alrighty, of not a random stock. This one's not a random stock. This is one of the ones we're paying attention to going into the open, obviously, and it looks like it wants to break that 520 there. Maybe we shall see. Uh, yeah, let me take a look. uh, Stick. There we go. So it looks like BATL is breaking out there, which is nice. So push above. So we like this one going into the open. We like this one as well going into the open. And then ENSC. So I think those are top three for now. GEM looks interesting just because it's a penny stock. Some people like the penny stocks, and it is holding at support at 1270-ish, right below 13 cents. Not overly confident on this one, but if it can stay above that bottom and curl back up, that might be a good thing. So we're going to keep an eye on that. AEHL looks good too, right? These guys dropped more news this morning. It still looks a bit more suspicious. So this one, I'd almost be waiting to see what happens at the open just because it did so well yesterday. So we'll pay attention to this one as well. Alrighty. So yeah, I like it. Again, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's make some monies. Luna, good morning. DD, good morning. Shop, good morning. Ron, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Raven, you hate penny stocks? Sure. CM, good morning. Daryl, good morning. A, good morning. Yo, Chance, yo. Lock, good morning. Hello. Stormy, good morning. BSR, good morning. T, Ayo, good morning. Good morning, nurse. Desmond, good morning. Question for you guys in the chat though. Tiffany, good morning. What's your favorite stock going into the open? Yeah. Yeah, let's see if it can stay above that bottom there. It's done a really good job holding it. So the question is, can it stay? And then give us a curl. Yeah. So yeah, what's your favorite stock going into the open? Let me know. Let me know. So our top three for now, like I said, right? BATL, ONMD, ENSC, right? And then all the other random stocks that we're paying attention to see what happens at the open. And we open in less than 4 minutes here. What is your favorite stock going into the open? So for a lot of you, it's going to be the same names. Yeah, BATL, ONMD, yeah, ONMD and BATL, ENSC, same. XWEL, yeah, AEHL, yep. Right, so all the same stocks we're paying attention to. XWEL is somewhere on here, somewhere, probably on like one of the yeah, there it is on the left hand side. It's done okay. I like the way that it's holding the 200 EMA. Right, so we'll see what happens at the open there. Alrighty. This is why I said like I wouldn't FOMO into something like this going into the open. As much as we like ONMD, I wouldn't be jumping in there. You're just asking for trouble, right? You have resistance there. You have resistance there. If you're trying to catch that thing right there, you're gonna hear a voice, and it's gonna say congratulations. You're gonna know exactly what's coming next. Congratulations, you played yourself. Alrighty. So we do need to break out first, or we need to retest the bottom of the range for ONMD. But we like it, right? ENSC, like I said, we like this one too still. As much as it's playing games, we still like it. So let's see if we can get a breakout on this one at the open. La 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 la. Okay, there we go. It's a nice little push. I think the only thing with BATL is, it really doesn't like. We don't always play with names that have catalyst, but this one's driven by something else that is, kind of out of our control. The markets overall look suspicious this morning, though. Suspicious. What about Netflix options today, TJ? The problem with that is you obviously know why you're watching that, right? It's reacted already to the news, the Paramount news. I think that whole situation is pretty funny, honestly. But, mm, mm, mm. Can I take a look? Sure. Sure. I'll come back to this one. MRM. You have 200 shares at 157. Okay, it's not bad, right? I like your entry. Your entry is not bad at all. I think if I was in that same position, I'd be okay with that and just hope that we can pop at the open. Like that's literally in my call, right? So I'd be looking for like a dollar that 200 EMA to hold for sure. So like $1.55. So you're already not that far away, right? Unless you really just wanted to take some monies because we're sitting at resistance, but you could also just hope that we can pop because you're in at support, right? So yeah, that doesn't look bad though. Doesn't look bad at all. Viros. There we go. Did we say we like the stock, guys? We do. There we go. Finally. Finally, with the breakout. Finally, with the breakout, ONMD. So again, your opportunity here this morning was this level, right? That level was quite obvious. The line was there already. We posted that in Discord, right, for the levels. So now the question is, can we break and actually stay above that level at the open? That'd be the question. So here we go, right? Because that candle's nice, but it's also into the market open, so it's always a bit suspicious. You can see how like your next level of resistance is almost like $1.10, but it always is for these penny stocks, anyways. You know, seems like it always is. So we'll see if we can actually get some more volume and then break above $1.10. Then I think you get some proper volume to like $1.20. Here we go. So that looks good. We're kind of rejecting a little bit on that one. ENSC is also playing games in that range. So like I said, watch for the low 60 for watch for that 60 cents for support on this one. Ready? And then ONMD is like, hey guys, I'm the one. I'm the one. Yeah. That thing still has to close above $1.10 though. Virus, yes. Oh yeah, virus. I just saw your question. Yeah, yes, virus. Yes. Let me take a look at Netflix really quickly here. The reason I say yes is because of just the headline is a bit, yeah, that's a pretty nice pump though, isn't it? Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm feeling greedy. Yeah. Again, the reason I say yes is because I looked at this thing early and last night too, and that 95 seems to be, like a problem. And we just hit 94.50 this morning, 94.40. But yeah, like it's up so much though that if you're feeling greedy, yeah, you might be able to wait and like see what happens the first few minutes here. See if that was just the initial dip and then they push it back up, right? Yeah, they definitely played some games there at the open, so those options would not be max gains. But again, it's resistance. That's why they're doing that probably. Yeah, I- yeah, 94 was nice. Okay, so it looks like NC and NSC is curling up that low 60. So like I said, right, the support is down here, right? So as long as it stays above that level, I'm okay with it. I said 61. Right? So if we can stay above that level, that's fine. BATL was another one of the names we like coming into the open, also doing fine, right? ONMD is still looking okay, just failing to break above $1.10, right? So our three favorite stocks, right? Nothing's really changed. They all still look good, right? ONMD, ENSC, right? And BATL. BATL is going back and forth a lot. Like those candles are super volatile. Stuff like that is annoying, isn't it? Right? Let's see if this thing can break out here though. So 66, remember that six number, guys? Remember that six number? Yeah, they're testing it now. They're like, hey, hello, hi, we want to break it. Mm, okay, Xwell. Good job, Daryl. I like that. Well done. Good job, good job. We're really struggling with this 110 level, right? This level right here, we need to close above for the next push. So we're kind of struggling below that. BATL is just, again, super volatile. Super volatile. We'll also, again, we'll add resistance here for ENSC, right? Resistance 1, resistance 2. We're testing the third time now. So that level needs to be broken. So most of these stocks we're looking at, you can see that they're all kind of testing resistance, right? So if you're still not sure what to do, let me take a look. Yeah, XWEL with a nice pop there actually. Yeah, that was a good breakout. That was a very good breakout. I like it. Yeah, this 200 EMA we talked about in Discord this morning, right? That was a really nice level. A very nice level. I think what would be perfect now is a dip and then a higher low, right? If that thing can dip and give us a higher low, then that would be good. That does look good though. So it looks like ENSC is failing at that 66 other number, so can't seem to break it. So unless it breaks out, there's nothing there yet. ONMD is kind of doing the same thing, right? We need to break above that $10, right? And then BATL is also fighting with resistance. Like everything is fighting with resistance except for XWEL. XWEL is like, hey guys, I already broke my resistance. I broke my resistance already, so let me go. Let me go. Let me go. So that $2 psychological wall is going to be the next level there. Sid, are you still in that position for BATL? Yeah, because I know you were asking this morning. That was an easy hold, right? I know Kirsten is in this one too. Like that was an easy hold, right? Like if you're in below $5 and it's just consolidating there, that's easy, right? It's not that big of a deal. So it does need to break out though. So you have your resistance right there. Again, ONMD just seems to be going back and forth for now in that range. And then XWEL is testing the next resistance here. Still looks really good though. So yeah, $2 resistance there. 483. Yeah, that was an excellent entry, KB. Good job. Yeah. Move that stop loss up though, right? You're clearly at resistance. If that thing doesn't break out, you don't want to be staring your entry again in the face. Right? So you're clearly at resistance. Move your stop loss up. Are we gonna break out in this one? It looks like it wants to break out. It looks like it wants to destroy that $2 level, doesn't it? Here we go. There it is. Type yes in the chat if you're holding XWEL. Type yes in the chat if you're holding XWEL. If I had a stock that's my best friend, it would be XWEL. uh, yeah, that was a really good breakout at the open there. Really, really good. So congratulations if you got into this one. Yeah, once that thing broke out like that, people tend to gravitate towards that. Obviously, you guys know that. So for some reason we let's see how easily it clears at like 220 here. Let's see how easily it clears that level. Yeah, because I think 210 is a stronger level than 220. But again, 220 is always a level though. Always. Always. Yeah, it looks like BATL is getting rejected off the 538. 538, 540, same, right? So that thing needs to break out at some point. ONMD is just playing games with us with those levels, which is kind of annoying. But it's still really early in the day though. ENSC is doing the exact same thing, right? So you don't want to be getting into positions when it's hitting resistance. That's when you sell the position. I think that's one of the frustrating things with trading, is like you can have the most amazing entry, right? And you still don't know what the outcome will be. And you just have to make decisions in the moment, right? Like you can buy this thing off the bottom and you're like, dang, that's a really good entry. That's a really good entry. And then we get to resistance and it's like, dang it, this is not enough. This is not enough. But you might have to make a decision because the stock doesn't care and you don't know that, right? You're going to get breakouts sometimes and other times you're not going to get breakouts and you still have to make a decision, you know so same thing with that, same thing with this. Again, sometimes when you see a stock stalling at resistance, you might only be up 2 cents, but you might still have to make a decision, right, whether you sell or not. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see if these names can eventually break out. Yeah, for now it looks like we got rejected at that 220, right? 220 psychological level. A bit of a rejection, and a BATL is like, hey guys, I'm not done yet. I'm still testing that 540 for the millionth time. Am I going to break out this time? We shall see. Good morning, Chris. Good morning. ONDS is still fighting for its life here. That thing is like, I want to go. I really want to go. I like this name. I'm surprised it's not breaking out. Yeah. It's not like the float is ridiculous. There we go. Come on, make it happen. So again, that $10 is still our resistance here for ONMD. Right? I'm surprised this thing isn't performing a lot better here. La 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 la. Okay. Where's the breakout? Where's the breakout? Mr. Market Maker, make it happen. Come on now. Make it happen. They're like, I don't know if I want to break out. I don't know. It's too strong. The resistance is too strong. Too strong. Again, hopefully some of you guys took profits. Hopefully all of you guys took profits on XWEL if you were in it already. Hopefully you took some gains. Please and thank you. Hopefully, please. 109. That's a good scalp, right? $1.10 is resistance, and you take the profits. A lot of people are doing that. That's why the stock isn't quite breaking out yet. If we can stay above the that last low, though, stay above the VWAP, and we push back to $1.10, that breakout is gonna come, right? If we can stay above that VWAP. Oh my days! There it is. BATL says finally. There you go. Are you happy now? Boom skis. Okay. That thing is flying now. Flying. KB, are you taking some profits yet? What are the yellow diamonds? Are you on stream? Let me know. That is a very good push. So that pre-market high was right above $5, $6.10. So that's going to be your next big level there. Ready? What's your position in Lucas? What's your position in ENSC? Let me know. What is your position? I wonder if this name is going to drag all the other oil names with it. Good job. Okay. It did empty. That's never a bad thing, for the most part. Lucas, you just bought the dip at 58. Okay. Right. So the only concern with that is we're below the 200 EMA, but then we have a demand zone right below, right? Because the next support wasn't that far below it, right? So if you look to the left hand side, we already have those lines in there. That demand zone is there because of this last level. So as long as it stays above that level, you should be okay. Alrighty. So again, yeah, we're below the 200 EMA. What's most likely happening is, which is usually what happens, we test the level below the 200 EMA, and then we go back up to see if we can get back above it. So this level is going to be very important. 61 to 62. If we break above that level, we're back in business. If we start rejecting and curling back down, then we have a problem. Alrighty, so it looks fine to me for now. Your entry is very, very good. So congratulations on that. You're green. It does need to reclaim the VWAP and the 200 EMA there though. Alrighty. So just watch that closely. And then obviously again, BATL is kind of struggling in that supply zone, but it's struggling for a reason because that was kind of the level it failed at in pre-market. So that really isn't a surprise. ONMD is still just kind of playing with us here, just going sideways. So that breakout needs to come at some point if it wants to go. And then XWEL looks like it's bouncing off one of those fib levels and curling back up. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 15 point something. It's not the craziest of floats, right? Maybe that's holding it back a little bit, but it's not a crazy float. Yeah, the volume is most likely diminishing because it's not breaking out, right? People like to FOMO the breakout, Sunny. And if it's not doing that, people tend to go somewhere else, right? So, for example, look at this, right? Like this one's going sideways and it's like, nothing happening. But as soon as it breaks out, then it's FOMO, right? So that's going to be the issue with some of those names. CDIO just had some fat green candles here. Some fat green candles there, CDIO. That's a very nice pop. Go, are you in this one? I think you're in this one, maybe. Good job, Sandra. That's a very good scalp. I like that. I like that. Oof, that's a lot of money, Sid. That is a lot of monies. Yeah, for CDIO, just watch that line at the top, right? So there's your resistance. I'm sure that goes back. Yeah, it goes back like from support into resistance. So that level right below 7 is going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah. SJ core. There's nothing to see there. Yeah, there's nothing to see. Alrighty. So go find something else. Let me take a look though. Let me take a look. Yeah, there's nothing to see here. This is a waste of your time. Why is it a waste of your time? Because the company is getting bought out, right? The company is getting bought out for $9.25. So it's not gonna move. Usually, what happens with buyouts is they run immediately close to that price and they sit there. Why? Because why would you sell it and why would you buy? There's no upside, there's no downside. So then it just sits there and just barcodes. right? So like I said, there's nothing for you to do there. Let's go, Donovan. Come on now. Donovan says my first full green week, guys. Come on. Let's go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Beautiful. Give me a high five. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. You sold at 9? Okay. Yeah. Silver and BATL. Yeah, Bob. Silver's been good. CIDO is retesting that $7 area again. Yeah, again, you can kind of see the same thing for ONMD. It doesn't look bad, but it really isn't going anywhere yet. We're just kind of trending down and going sideways at the same time. So something new needs to happen there. Um, I don't think it's completely dead yet, though. Right? We're gonna keep coming back to this one. It doesn't look like it's like the same thing. We kind of talked about a different stock yesterday, right? Like this thing is annoying, but it doesn't look like it's dead. It's one of those stocks where like it's coming into the open and it's probably the favorite stock, but then other names just start to break out and it loses the volume, right? And then it has to just sit there and wait for its turn. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure on ONMD, right? Like it's just going back and forth, back above $1, right? I mean, think about it. Like we're literally 8 cents from the highs of the day, right? So we can't really sit here and say, oh, this is dead, right? So if we start breaking below those, that 88 level, then maybe. But for now, just playing games is what it's doing. For Xwell, you're waiting for a breakout in Xwell. Okay, that was a nice breakout at the open, though. That was a very nice breakout. That was a very good scalper team. Maybe that means Manchester United is gonna win this weekend. Yeah, maybe. Palantir. Hmm, very interesting. Uh, does TA work? Love it. There we go. Xwell is curling off that 20 there. Curling off the 20. Not bad. Not bad at all. ENSC is still holding that bottom range, so that's good, but you can see that it's struggling with that 200 EMA and the VWAP now, so it needs to reclaim that level. Right? BATL was an easy sell at the double top. Kirsten, hopefully you took those monies. Hopefully. Let's go, Bilal. It's good to see you. Let's go. How's the new job? Are they treating you well at Apple? They better be treating you well. Otherwise, we're going to short the stock and send it to zero. Tell them to behave. Alrighty? Good to see you. There goes CDIO, guys. Nice breakout. Busy? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, especially with a brand new job. Okay. 720, 750. Same levels. There goes ENSC with a nice little bounce. So that 58 entry is still looking good, isn't it? Still looking good. Good job, Pelish. Good job. Meetings over every morning. You can be on stream. Yeah. Yeah, there it goes. CDIO. Woof, that thing said hello. Let me fly a little bit, let me stretch my legs. Let me stretch my legs a little bit into the red zone. It's a very nice pop. Can we get a boomski on Xwell? You need a brand new breakout, that's for sure. ONMD is still in that same range, guys. It's still at $1. So it's really nothing new going on there. So that thing needs to behave. Behave. What was the pre-market high on this one? Yeah, so 788 pre-market high. But then again, there's obviously a level at 750, which we talked about. So that's really not surprising. And then yeah, there's a double top at like 790-ish. That's why we failed at 788. So again, your levels on this one, 720, obviously, which we're kind of sitting at, and then 750, and then that's 790. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you can tell though that ONMD wants to go, right? You could tell that it wants to go. It just doesn't have the volume to actually do it yet. And nobody wants to touch that thing unless it's a breakout. So let's see. Come on now, push already. Come on, slacker. Slacking is what the stock is doing. Yeah, it definitely wants to run. There we go. You could tell it really wants to run, but yeah. Last night, la, 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 la. Well done, Pelish. Well done. That's a good scalp. There we go. 106. Come on. Right. So that's what I said. Like we can't really count this name out yet, right? It's one of our favorite stocks coming into the open, and it's just holding the range. I think it just lost the volume because other names took over. But we're back to being like 5 cents away from the highs of the day. Less now, obviously, but yeah, can't count that thing out yet. There we go, 108. So that resistance is still 110, guys, right? So nothing's changed, right? So the resistance is still right there. So it needs to break out if it wants to go. Go. Type yes in the chat if you're holding ONMD. Type yes in the chat if you're holding this one, ONMD. 108, 109. There we go. We're back to resistance. 110. And we're back to the highs of the day. Are we done with this stock, guys? No, we are not. Why? Because it still looks good. Okay. Yeah, this is the level. Where is the breakout? Boom skis. Can we actually close above these levels, though, is the question, because we're not quite doing it yet. Can we actually close above the levels? There we go. Brand new highs of the day. Brand new highs of the day. Show us the monies. Let's go, Jeff. Yes. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are going to be holding this one, right? Because we talked about this one a lot. Super slow as a snail. This is why people like, sub 10 million, sub 5 million stocks, But we still look good here, though. 115, looking good. Looking good. 116, here we come. And then let's see if we can test that magic, 120 resistance area. So you're most likely going to see people taking some profits the closer we get to the level. Alrighty. So just make sure you're managing your position as best as you. Yeah. 97. Let's go, Matt. 1128. My goodness. 2025. Shish. Yeah, too much diamond handing. Just too much. Let's go. Jeff, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Mm. So maybe honestly, like we've had some Mr. Sky Shooter. We've had some really good luck with some of these slower stocks though, right guys? Like yesterday we had, RXT, right? We had a whole bunch of stocks yesterday. Yesterday was amazing. Amazing. Sometimes the stocks with like a slightly bigger float, this isn't a big float, but it is slightly bigger, right? It's on the upper range of like a crazy momentum stock, right? So sometimes when these stocks are a little bit heavier, it's easier because they're slower. So then you can kind of relax and read the levels a little bit easier. Yeah. Good morning, pizza. Mr. Bob Carria. Let's go. Yeah, so the resistance is gonna be the closer we get to $1.20. So we might just need to consolidate a bit more above $1.10 here. But you're in SPY puts, Brim? Okay. SPY puts. Push, 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 push. That thing's gonna move like a snail. I had an alert on this one. Yeah, Raven, are you still in this one? Oh yeah, I know we keep talking about this one, right? I think I had an alert that just went off. But again, that's definitely a bottom feeding play, right? So this might be a swing play into next week. So we'll keep an eye on this, right? Maybe a dead cat bounce at some point here. Let me see what the 4 hour chart looks like. Yeah, it's trying to consolidate. At the end of the day, I think if it's closing above, like 42 cents especially, then it might be a definite swing play into next week, you know? So keep this one on your watch list, on your bottom feeding watch list, in going into next week. As if they can find a way to, like, if you look at this, the reason I don't mind bottom feeding plays like this is because if you go back to like last week Friday, it's been holding the same spot, holding, right? So maybe boomskis. So like I said, keep that thing on your bottom feeding watch list. As long as it's ending the day and it's holding above that 42, there might be some opportunities there. Alrighty, cool. Okay, back to our favorite play, guys. ONMD. That was a nice retest of $1.10, and we're back to the highs of the day. Right? You can tell though that like the closer we get to $1.20, that we have resistance there. Yeah. So let's see if we can get the breakout. 116. The high of the day is 117. So we're obviously right there. Alrighty. Yeah, that's a nice dip. That's a really good retest actually on BATL, right? This is the KB play. Look at that. Resistance, and then retest, and then back to the top again. Surprise? Not really. It's just how the charts work. Just how the charts work. That was an excellent retest though. Jeff? Yeah, that's not bad. Especially if we have chaos over the weekend. Especially if we have chaos over the weekend. So the problem here with this though is that you still have that resistance. I'm gonna go feed the homeless today. Just might become a resident. Uh, there was a video on social media as mRNO is looking good or trying to move there. mRNO. Um, some dude went to pay for food for a homeless dude, and then his card got rejected. And then the homeless dude's like, "Don't worry, buddy. Someone's got us." Uh, funny. Anyways, anyways, yeah, looks like CDIO got rejected, but again, it's getting rejected off resistance. Uh, yeah, that's pizza. Come on, ONMD. What are you doing? What are you doing? Seriously? That's it? Come on. What's this slow rubbish, guys? What is that slow rubbish? Yeah. Yeah, no, XWEL is curling up $1.80 off the VWAP. Off the VWAPs. Um, okay. Come on, OMD. We know you want to. We know you want to. Like, stop teasing us here. There we go. Stop teasing us. Come on. Come on. Stop teasing us, guys. Where's the market maker? Again, type yes in the chat if you're still holding ONMD. And if you couldn't tell that this was, our favorite stock, well, anyways, super slow though, super annoying. So there goes that 120 test. That's your next resistance test. Oh yes, love it. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are going to be holding this one, obviously. But again, yeah, so $1.20 resistance there next. Alrighty. ONMD, ONMD, and what? And thrust. And what? And what? And thrust. Come on now, break out already. Yeah, send it, CM. Send it. Yeah, 120 going once. There's a nice big block at $1.20. Going twice and reject it. Yeah. So again, that 120 is going to be a level. Yeah. And bought back. And after the breakout, you got worried. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Come on, 120 going once. Oh, boom skis. There we go. Boom skis, guys. Yeah. Yeah, do it for pizza. And what? And thrust. And what? And what? And thrust. Again, the downside to this stock is that it's super slow. It's slow as a snail. You know? Slow as a snail. The hospital kicked me out. Yeah, it's slow as a snail. So make sure you're moving those stop losses up. Make sure you're scaling out on the way up, guys. Alrighty. Make sure you're locking those gains on the way up. Please and thank you. Don't be diamond handing like a mad, Unbelievable. But let's see if we can close some of these candles above $1.20. Yeah. Let's go. Give us a holds. Give us a holds on your birthday, Regan. And let's halt up. And then let's thrust. Give us a halt. 122. 123. 124. That thing moves like, like Peter when he's playing Call of Duty. And anyways, just gonna be nice. 125. The question is Raven's wife home? That's the question. That is the question. So we're still on that downtrend. The problem with this one, with XWEL, is that downtrend, right? So the view up is holding, but it's just on a downtrend. Alrighty. So it needs to break. She is unbelievable. You know what? What would your wife? No wonder your wife doesn't like you watching the stream because we're trying to get her out of the house. Wednesday and Fridays. Okay, okay, okay. Now we have a calendar. Yes. Kick her out. uh, let's go. Not complaining, Bilal? Yeah, love it. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. And shut the door. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Yeah, no, again, I like this one for potential swing play, right? As long as it stays above that 42. So I think if you really wanted to wait longer, maybe just wait for a breakout above like 45 cents or something like that, like on this one. But I think this might be a play going into next week. As long as this keeps closing above 42, or in worst case 40 cents. If it breaks below 40 cents, maybe not. But I think maybe the more important thing here though is giving us some consistent higher lows or like some brand new highs. So breaking above 45 would might be the level to actually consider, and look at. Momentum stock wise though, right? ONMD is still my favorite stock. Alrighty, it's super slow and super stupid and super annoying, but it's still my favorite stock because the performance, right? I care about the price action more than anything else. So there might be some other plays a bit more aggressive, right? That's fine. You can still scalp those plays, right? Like BATL is going to be super aggressive, all over the place. CIDO all over the place, right? So like you can see that it's also testing another demand zone, which is nice. So $6, 620 if it can hold, don't mind it, right? But yeah. Stopped out on the rest, 18% gain. Brim, not bad at all. Yeah, I saw Spy popping a little bit. Yeah, Brim. Hopefully you're done playing with it. Pump it back up, Brim. Show us 690 at the end of the day. Can you do that? Yes, you can. Make it happen. What do you think about Azzy? TJ, what's your position? Again, if you have a question, guys, help me out with the details, right? When you just spam ticker symbols in the chat, I could be all over the place, right? Like I could be looking at Maxis, CURX. How does it look? That's not a proper question. Max, give me the details. TJ, you too. Alrighty, give me the details. So it looks like CDIO is bouncing off that demand zone again, which is nice to see. Right? So the demand area is holding up really well. The key last time was that we broke above the 200 EMA, so that thing needs to break above that 200 EMA again. So closer to 655. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Again, this stock is super, super annoying, super slow, but it's still my favorite stock. Can you tell me why the retest or the breakout did not work in XWEL? I lost on that, unfortunately, on XWEL. Because you know why, right? The retest of what? What level? Like, what retest are you looking for? Right? Or what breakout? There's one breakout right now, right? There's one breakout, right? You always look at the last breakout. This is your resistance right there. That is your breakout. That worked out, right? If there is a retest, it's a retest of this specific level right there, right? So when you're looking at $2, like it did push to 220, right? So you might have just been in a little bit too high above that $2 because you had an extra 20 cents from there to the next resistance, right? And a retest of $2, it's not even holding, Greg, right? We talked about like being patient, right? When you get to a retest, okay, cool, we broke above $2, right? And it's retesting it, right? Look at the very first candle. The very first candle in the retest is slicing through already. So there is no retest there, right? There's no retest at all. So the breakout, $2 was a psychological breakout, not a real breakout, right? It's like a breakout of $2, like a psychological level, right? So again, ONMD is still my favorite stock. Your next resistance is gonna be that $1.30. It's like every 10 cents. But again, we keep saying this is our favorite stock. Why? Because it's performing, right? Performing. There you go. Yeah, so Greg, I think your mistake on this one is you missed out on the actual breakout. You most likely played that 220, that $2 breakout. But again, your next resistance is 220. So then you're already hitting that next resistance. And when it comes to retest of like levels, you can't just jump in because you expect the retest, right? It has to hold that level, right? So if you're just gonna jump in around $2, that's a gamble, right? Now you're trying to break the downtrend, so hopefully it does break and push. Alrighty, V is slowly pushing up there, guys. 46 cents, right? Slowly, 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 slowly. So do we like V? Yeah, we like V, right? We keep saying this one might be a swing play into next week, but I think yeah, like we'll see. Right? So closer to 40 cents was obviously nicer, right? Break of 45 cents was also nice. Let's see if the volume can kick in for next week, right? ONMD is still our favorite stock. Maybe for the millionth time. Yeah. My question is, where did you get 205 from now? On XWEL, where did you get 205 from? Where's 205 coming from? I don't see a 205 breakout anywhere at all, unless you bought it because it was breaking $2. But then again, it doesn't change the fact that 220 is still resistance, right? Doesn't it, like, yeah, it doesn't change the fact that that level is still resistance. And again, you the retest, the proper retest is this level right here, Greg. Look at that, right? And guess what? Like that's what's actually happening. So I think you're cheating a little bit, right? So again, this is your resistance. That's the actual resistance right there. This is the actual breakout. And guess what just happened? It came all the way down to that level because that's what it wanted to come down to, right? $1.75, right? That was the actual retest of the breakout, not a retest of $2, right? It's like, like $2 or $5 or $1. Those are psychological levels. Breaking above those levels are nice. When you buy that, you have to get rid of it quickly. Alrighty? Cool? Cool. Right. Mm, are you in a position, TJ, or you're potentially looking for a position? I'll take a look. What are you thinking about them? Yeah. Let's go, Mohammed. Have a wonderful weekend as well. ALBT. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. ALBT. Yeah. Yeah, the CDIO is still holding up really well too. Mm, 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 mm. Raven, it's you kicked your wife out of the room and then this one started going. It's like, hey, I'm a bottom feed. 47 cents. Yeah. Super slow and steady. Anybody get into V? Type yes in the chat if you got into V. Type yes in the chat if you decided to jump into that bottom feed play. Yeah. They rejected that thing hard. My goodness, look at that. They slapped it to the abyss. But again, double top, supply zone, blah, 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 right? Surprise, surprise. Maybe on Christmas. ONMD. Desmond? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Again, this is the slowest stock on earth. ONMD is the slowest stock on earth, today at least. But is it our favorite stock? Yeah, it definitely is. Resistance is still $1.30 though. So yeah, whatever you need to do, do that. Alrighty. Whatever you need to do, do that. Yeah. V is slowly getting some attention, isn't it? Slowly getting some attention there. But that thing needs to break out though. Like you can see like we've been here quite a few times already, right? The entire week basically, it keeps fighting to get to this level and fighting to get to this level, but then gets rejected. So this level is going to be huge, 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 very huge. You know. Anyways, um, yeah, Marine. Is there any news on it? Yeah. So right here. Yeah. So the one thing we picked out of this was this right here. That's the only thing we picked out. We don't care about anything else, right? The one thing we picked out of this was Palantir, and we said that yesterday, right? Sometimes when a stock has partnerships with names like Palantir, Meta, NVDA, AMD, you jump in and you ask questions later. You jump in and ask questions later, right? And if you did that this morning with this one, this is the second day now that we've had stuff like that. You'd be green in that position, right? So we're getting rejected off that $1.30 though. $1.30. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Uh, yeah. No, I think this one too. Like we're just kind of going back and forth on a downtrend. So this candle might be the candle that unlocks that, but let's see where it ends up closing at. Joshua. Yeah. So for now we're stalling a bit there, but we're obviously still in that same stupid range. Still in the same range. Halt up. That thing is going to need a lot more volume to halt up, right? Stock don't get halted for the most part below 70-75 cents. So this thing has a ways to go before it gets into the halt range. If I should just thinking if it's going back up. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at ASI. So you're not in a position though, right? You're looking for a brand new position. Is Discord an app? Yeah, TJ. It's an app. It's a website. It's a platform. It's all of the above. Um, it's basically, anyways. Um. Hmm. With this one, I think it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look horrible at all. Alrighty, so like if you really like this, if you really like this, not a horrible idea, right? You obviously want it closer to 31 cents, but it's not that far away from 31 cents. But if this thing breaks below 30 cents, you have to get rid of it to the bridge. So you could either take that position now and watch that 30 with the stop loss, right? Or or you could wait for like a weekly high breakout, right? So you could wait for a break of 37 cents. If it breaks 37 cents, it might actually want to go at that point. So those are your two options. Alrighty. Okay, back to our favorite stock. What's our favorite stock today, guys? I'm just wondering. Anybody know? Hmm. Hmm. What's our favorite stock? Oh. Oh, is the one that starts with an O, then an N? Yeah, no. This thing is trying to push above that VWAP, and it looks a lot better now. ENSC. JV says Mullen. Definitely isn't Mullen. No, this looks better now though. It's a nice little curl there. So like I said, some of these stocks are going to be a lot more volatile, right? But this one's been the best, price action chart. We're back to the highs of the day. There it goes. Boom, skis. Boom. Look at that, guys. Boom. What's our favorite stock today, guys? Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Oh yeah, I see. I see. I see. Is this our favorite stock? I wonder. GME? I don't think so. You might have to change favorite to ENSC. No way, Jose. No way. No way. No, keep moving those stop losses up though, guys, and scaling out of your position, right? If you go red on display, I will find you and I will delete your password so you don't trade anymore. Oh my days. Beautiful. Again, type yes in the chat if you're still holding ONMD. Like I said, right? Like these stocks are easier sometimes when they're slow like this because it's so easy to hold. Like, do you see any nasty drops here other than like the games at the open, right? Do you see any nasty drops, right? And again, Greg, was this an easier breakout? The breakout is right there, Greg, right? So sometimes again, you're looking for like the weird ones when we're clearly saying, hey, this is our favorite stock. This is our favorite stock. We've only said that a million times today, right? When we break above $1.50. My daughter works at Apple. Hey, Bilal works at Apple. Tell them we need some discounts, Moan. We need some discounts. Yeah. Alicia, have you paid for that membership? Alicia became a member yesterday. So the only question we have, Alicia, have you paid for that membership yet? If those gains paid for the membership, 50% off, yeah. I need some discounts. Let's go. That's all we need, Alicia. Welcome to the community, and the membership has been paid for already. See what happens when you invest in yourself? You see what happens? See what happens? Good job. Congratulations. Let's make more monies, please. Welcome. Again, we talked about V as a potential swing into next week, right? It's looking good, isn't it? Right? We're just giving you the gems today, the gems. This is looking nice as anyways, we're just gonna stop being so obvious today, like, hey, this is our favorite stock. Hey, this is the swing into next week. We're just gonna stop with the non-financial advice and let's call it a day. Are we done for the day, guys? We've made monies. Let's go back. It's Friday, long weekend. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you guys next week. Peace. Just kidding. 137. 139. Yeah. Can we break 140? No, 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 no. Donovan, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Come on now. Don't laugh. Anyways. Yeah, let's see if we can break above $1.40 now, because every 10 cents seems to be a problem. Entry on ONMD. Amal, use some of that money and come join us in Discord. Don't worry about the rest. uh, just got back from the kitchen. Uh, okay. That will really close the resistance on this thing, right? So it needs to break out above that 50 cents. Alrighty. Easy entry was closer to 40 cents, or that break of 45. Now it needs to break out above 50. Cool. Yeah, they really slapped this one, huh? They slapped the rubbish out of it. Again, like I said, every 10 cents on ONMD seems to be a problem, right? So you're paying yourself, you're moving your stop losses higher. Sky made his daily goal, like so. $1.40 is your next resistance, Miss Fraser. Under the bridge, yeah, it's always like that, though, isn't it? Next week, ONMD is gonna be under the bridge, you know. Yeah, next week it's gonna be under the bridge. Uh, You know what I really like about ONMD is the fact that, like, we break above levels and then it just comes back to retest and it just bounces off the damn levels. It's like the lines are magic. C'est la magique. Like, look at that. Right? Clearly this is resistance. Clearly. And then nice little retest. And then we're pushing back again for the next level. It's not bad. Question is, can we break above $1.40 though? Free hotel towels. I'm collecting boxes and Shopee pens to prepare for under the bridge living on the down by the river next to the freeway exit. uh, Come on, here we go. Can we break above $1.40 already? Like, the float isn't that big. It's so slow. So slow. Code pizza. What, Amal? You're looking for crash so you can buy the dip? You want it to crash? uh, yeah, no, exactly. There's nothing wrong with it, right? I think, again, you still have to think about taking profits and moving your stop losses higher, right? Because you never know. Like, you really honestly never know. Was stalling below 140? Who's to say the next candle's in a fat red candle? So hopefully not. We want it to go up, 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 up. But you always want to make sure you have plans in place to protect your monies. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this chart right now. Zero. Is it getting smoke, Jones? Yeah. Really not something we're paying attention to today. It was in pre-market. It looked interesting, but Okay. And look at that. It's almost, I'm telling you, it's almost like we have a market maker in the chat, you know? When we say stuff, it happens. Again, who's to say the next candle is not a fat red candle? And then look at that. I think the market maker is Peter, guys. I think the market maker is Peter. Yeah. I think the market maker is Peter. Anyways. uh yep. I think it's pizza. Mm. Anyways. We say fat red candle shows up. Does this stock still looks okay though? It does. Hey, stop that. We were coming back to retest $1.20 basically. So still an okay, healthy looking chart. ENSC is still looking okay too. It looks like it wants to break above this mini double top here though. So that still looks good. Alrighty. XWEL failed at $2, right? So nothing. Yeah, yeah. Nothing. You're long NQ. I know Brim is supposed to be pumping SPY, but no, instead, don't know what he's doing. I don't know. We need pizza. We need pizza. We need pizza monies. Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat's been dropping news like every day, you know. Every day they're like, oh, our new products are getting amazing interest. Oh my gosh, the products are flying off the shelf. Like Trump. They're the best product ever. Who's buying them? Two people. Yeah. Beyond fake meats. No one wants that fake meats. I don't know where they're getting the data from, you know. But then again, I think most of us are, you know, not vegan, or I think if we were in a crowd of like a whole bunch of vegans, I think we'd maybe have, you know, a different response. So there are people buying that stuff, just not us, because we like, yeah, you guys like steak too much. Yeah, exactly, Raven. Hey yo, scumbag things. Hello, hello. I do not. No, there's nothing to see there, right? So we talked about this earlier. Um, KORE, right? So look at the headline. Look at the headline, right? Look at that headline. What does it say, right? So $9.25 per share. Take private. Take private, right? So 925 is the number. They're going private. So it's not a long term play. If you're holding shares, they're literally gonna give you cash and say, "Hey, we don't want you anymore. Here's your cash. We're going private." So it's not a long term play. The reason why it's not moving is because there is no upside, there's no downside, right? It's just gonna barcode right there. You can't even make 2 cents on this stock, right? Like, look at that. It's just gonna chill right there. Yeah, not sure what that means. It means the company is going private, right? So they're gonna buy all the shares on the public market and take them private, right? There's most likely a specific date in that filing, right? So they're gonna buy all those shares and say, "Hey, we don't want you anymore. Leave now." Yeah. ENSC. There we go. That thing popped nicely. Look at that. So you're testing that 67. That, remember that 66 whatever number level we talked about? We're back to it again. Sometimes you wonder why these stocks can do this immediately at the open, you know, but sometimes they have to play stupid games. You know? Sometimes they just have to. Sometimes they just have to. Peter, that's funny. Yep, exactly. Does that, yeah, scumbag things, does that answer your question now? Yeah. So whenever you see a buyout, whenever you see that the news, the reason for a stock moving is a buyout, right? Whether they're going private or not going private, it doesn't, like, it's if the deal is confirmed, sometimes the deal isn't quite confirmed, so there's more upside. But if the deal is confirmed, like in this case, it's confirmed for the most part, like there's nothing else to see. Alrighty. Yeah. The next level resistance is still this level, John. Right? This is still the level. $6.66. I'm sorry. 66 cents, and then add another 660s behind that, right? It's the same level. So until you close above it, there's no point looking beyond that. Alrighty. So you see this level right there? You see how it's failing right there already? It's the same spot. Nothing's changed. Right? It's been happening since early this morning. Yeah. So until it closes, look at that. Look at that. Now it's a 64, right? So they're just rejecting it off that level. So until it closes above that level, there's no more. And if you can break out, then we'll talk about the next level, which is most likely 70 cents. Alrighty. So, but for now, until it closes, there's nothing to see. You got in at 58. Good job. Good job, man. Good job. Congratulations. ONMD is still looking fine, and the damn thing is just super slow. So, still super, super slow. And then ENSC is like, I really want to break out. I really want to break that resistance. So, it needs to break and close above. Common, yeah. So basically, when you do analysis, or when you look at levels, you basically go back to the past, right? That's all technical analysis is. Not doesn't always work like that, but yeah, right. So if you're a common person, yeah, yeah. So basically, a previous resistance level, a previous, like, support level, stuff like that. Pizza, you're done. Okay, sounds good. Have a good day at work. Have a wonderful weekend. See you later for Sky Shooter. Alrighty. Nam. Jeff, absolutely. I know it's a $4 resistance. Just curious how it looks on the algo. Sure, we can take a look. Nam. Yeah, so NAM obviously relies on the price of, like gold and other things to move. The volume isn't quite amazing today. It's still 800,000 shares when the average is 19 million. So it's super, super like low. ONMD is flying here, right? Is this still the best stock in the market? Easy monies on this one, right? Jeff, we'll go back and look. Alrighty, we'll go back and look. So again, this stock is still amazing. Uh, okay, there we go. Okay, let me go back and take a look at NAM. So that 140 is still resistance. I just want to see what the daily looks like here, Jeff. So you can obviously tell that $4 is resistance, right? It doesn't look bad though. The reason it doesn't look bad, Jeff, is because you're consistently getting higher lows. Right, you're consistently getting higher lows there, so you really need to close above that $4. If you can, you're looking for the 200 EMA at $4.30. So it might not be a bad weekend swing going, because of like crazy things happen over the weekend, right? Crazy things happen over the weekend. But if you're in a position and you're not quite confident, you're not sure, maybe consider taking some profits because $4 is resistance. Right? It is resistance, but it looks fine though. It's just lacking the volume. Good job, Chris. Good job, HVL. Love it. Yeah, good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, John. As soon as Peter left, guess what happened, right? That green candle. That was a stock waving to Peter. So we do need to break above that $1.40 though if we want to push more. $1.40. Looks like ENSC got rejected, but again, is this a surprise to anybody? Is it a surprise, guys? No, it really isn't. Do you think someone somewhere still bought the stock at this price? Of course they did. Why? Because that's retail, you know? And we do some pretty silly things. Someone somewhere bought this thing at that price because someone always buys at that price. And then now they're like, oh my gosh, every time I buy a stock, it goes down. The market hates me. I have bad luck. Oh my days. Why does this always happen to me? And it's like, no, 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 it doesn't work like that, right? It doesn't always work like that. Simply just the chart doing what the chart does. Sham, I know you're joking. Let's go, HVL. Green for the day, green for the week. Have a good weekend. See you next week. Well done, HVL. High five. Have a wonderful weekend. Love it. Good luck as well, Brim. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah. 86 for weekend swings. Yeah. Basically gold and oil for you, Jeff. Yeah, those are not bad weekend swings. Not bad weekend swings. Yep, the market's a scam. Or it's just gambling. AIIO looks okay too. Yeah, it's the Saudi stock. Yeah, that was a nice push. Again, not the biggest run, right? But nice slow and steady push there. AIIO. Come over to the it needs to break out. It wants to break out. It looks okay. Like it wants to go. ENSC, right? And if you look at this and you're like, but what just happened there? Well, think about it, right? We have resistance up there, but also think about it like resistance, resistance, breakout, retest. Why does that happen all the time, guys? Why does that just seem like look at this? This level goes all the way to the left, right? Why does that keep happening? And now it looks like it wants to break out again. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Make it happen, Richie. Make it happen. Hoba, make it happen. See if it actually breaks out this time, though. Yeah, you can see they're rejecting it again, right? For the millionth time, they're rejecting it. But at the very least, like it's pushing back up there, though. You know. Uh, Monies. Let's go. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Uh, let's see. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys. We're not even at 100 likes. Not even at 100 likes, guys. What are we waiting for? Damn, guys. Yeah, take a second, smash a like if you haven't already. And hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots. Come join us. Come join us. Alrighty? Come join us. Mm, seems like it's curling cheap. Chess, Planeta, sure. RXT is always curling though. To be fair, always curling. Yeah, it's curling up $2. Yeah, I don't know how much of a curl you're gonna get here though, and also I don't think I think I'd rather be looking for this thing like at $2 or break back above like 210 or something. Yeah, if you can, if you can promise, the 13th was right at Disney, unbelievable. Whose fake account is this? Crazy Boss, unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay, ONMD. Is anybody wondering if this is still the best stock? Is anybody wondering? Anybody? We're still having a lot of problems at 140 though. A lot of problems here. So that level needs to be gone. Bruno. And then we're still failing at that triple top, quadruple top, whatever you want to call it, top. Yeah. Let's go. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Do 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 do. Here we go. So we're testing that 66 again for the millionth time. That thing looks like it wants to break it. Okay. Where did you put your stop loss at, KB? What'd you get in at? Where did you put your stop loss at? Yeah, because we're still in that same stupid range, right? But it's good to have a stop loss though. Yeah, no, it's been a good week. It's been a good week. This week was better than last week. Last week we were sitting here like, excuse me, can something move, please? Can something move? This week has been good. We've consistently had plays go over 100%, right? So that's good. Last week we could barely get over 50%, you know. But yeah, no, that's good, KB. That's okay. That is okay. Almost like we're getting into the slow part of the morning. Slow part of the morning. If he's There. Okay. Depends, Richie. I like the 1 minute. Let's go. Shortcakes, you're done for the day. Everyone have a. Did you make some monies today, shortcakes? Did you make monies? Have a wonderful weekend. Alrighty. And I think you're new to the community as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think you joined yesterday. Yeah, you did. Let's go. Welcome. Well done. Congratulations. Love it. Well done. Have a wonderful weekend, shortcakes, and see you in Discord. I don't think we're gonna have a class tomorrow. We're gonna do next week. Yeah. So tomorrow we had classes last Saturday and the Saturday before that. So I don't think we will this weekend. Um, yeah. There we go. So nice breakout on this one. They oof, look at that breakout. They said breakout, let's push it to that 70 cents you guys were talking about. They said you break out, you go boom skis. So nice test of 70 cents then. Uh, we can. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, Harmon, it's been good. Same thing with like FMFC, like that one's been pushing up too. Right, so there are some stocks that are pushing that we're not looking at. Are you happy now, Rich? Are you happy? Yeah, happy. 60, 69. I like that. Good job. I like it. So, like, I mean, everybody was spamming this one. So, almost like the volume rotated a little bit from ONMD to this one. Right? ONMD, that next support, you can see the double top, the 140 resistance, right? And then the constant retest of like closer to $1.20. So, that's your next level to watch for consolidation. Alrighty. So watch that 120 level there. If they can start to consolidate, then that would be a good thing. But now that volume almost shifted over to this one, right? Yeah. Greg, I mean, if you had names on your watch list, they most likely would have been ONMD and ENSC, right, Greg? If you only had three stocks, two of them would be this two. And I can see the plans there, Greg. Right? So, anyways, 70 cents, next little resistance here. Let's see if we could break out above that level and stay above it. Yeah. Just to the next resistance, Richie. To the next resistance. It's looking good though. Yeah, how high can this stock go to the next resistance? Uh, yeah. Yeah, so those candles are going to need to close above 70 and then go from there. And then go from there. Boom skis. That thing said, hello, guys. Hello. Hi. I have a rocket for you. Oh, my, there we go. So 75 has a really nice push. Yeah, and then the actual high of the day, like the actual resistance now, is as you between the 75 and 80 cents. Alrighty, so between these two levels, that 5 cent range, 75 to 80 cents, that's where the pre-market resistance was. Alrighty, yeah, boomskis, good job, John. Well done, good job, Habu. Well, I know you guys were waiting for that. Good jobs. Yeah, Weibo being a hater about the stock. I honestly don't understand like how the restrictions on stocks that are listed on exchanges. Like it's the Nasdaq, it's the New York Stock Exchange. How can you have restrictions on these stocks? I just don't understand those restrictions, honestly. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. It's just stupid. The volume shifted over after the breakout. You notice how like we broke out and then the volume came over? That's what everybody was waiting for, right? So really important. ONMD is still holding that 120 level, right? So still holding the support there. Yeah, good jobs. Levels. Okay. Yeah, I think that's stupid. Good job, Rude. Maybe this is why people you need two brokers at least. Okay, let's go, Larry. Congratulations. You need two brokers. You know, just so you can have if one is giving you restrictions, you can just move on to the next one. I mean, it's called a black swan because nobody knows. But almost every time we've had a black swan event, well, again, can't really say that. But yeah, it's called a black swan for a reason. Nobody knows when it's coming. But I think if I was to give you a timeline, it would always be March, April. March and April, though that's when these things always happen. Yeah. Let's go. There he is. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Posted last night in Discord. Invest in yourself and join the community. Last night, guys. Last night. When we tell you to join us in Discord, maybe it's for a reason. Tell them, Rob. So again, if you're not a member yet, you're missing out. Click that link at the bottom there from Nightbots. Come join us in Discord. Alrighty. Yeah, no ONMD, that support at $1.20 is done okay holding. So I think the question now though is can we get some higher lows? Like can we actually start breaking the downtrend and go from there, or are we just gonna keep trending down? So that's gonna be interesting. V is just going back and forth, but we know why it's going back and forth like that, right? Because it's been doing that the entire week. So, like I said earlier, this is a potential swing play into next week. The entry is closer to 40 cents, or if that thing can break above 50 cents, then the vibes. The vibes. So, again, definitely a play going into next week, though. And XWEL is kind of consolidating on the 200 EMA there at like 170. So if you're still playing with that, make sure it stays above 170. We're getting rejected off 75 cents, but we know why on ENSC, right? Because of that pre-market resistance. So that's why these supply zones are excellent. The golden, look at that, guys. Look at this perfection, right? The golden candle comes in the red zone at the double top. It's a clear message. It's a clear sign. Take some gains. And now we're just coming back for a retest. If we can break above 80 cents, 75 to 80 cents, then potentially more one, right? For now, your focus should be moving that stop loss up. Move the stop loss. BATL is just sitting in that golden pocket for now. Really good run earlier though. And then they slapped it and the supply zone. Another surprise there? Not really. Not really. So yeah, no, ENSC is just retesting that last break, so 70 cents basically. Marwan, what's your position in what's your position in ENSC? Okay. Something give us boom skis. Give us some boom skis. Let me take a look at this one actually. Antelope is down 50%. 50%. But it is holding that 50 cents though. Yeah, no, this thing would be it's interesting if it can stay above 50 cents. Yeah. If it can stay above 50 cents, that'd be interesting. Yeah, just we'll keep an eye on that too. Maybe a random scalp. Yeah, this one's coming back from the abyss as well. Yeah, we talked about this like earlier this week, right? Like the golden pocket isn't just amazing for like the downside. It's also really good when it breaks above it and then comes back for the retest. Right? It becomes a really good level like to look at for a retest. The golden pocket break and retest. So really, 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 really. Um, we might need to do a class on like golden pocket strategies. The golden pocket strategies. Yeah, some of Amal. Yeah, they destroyed it. Destroyed it. Yeah, I think the next Legend Pro class we're gonna have not this weekend, next weekend. We'll definitely we'll talk about that, and we'll try and fit in some other strategies too. So we'll come up with a plan over the next week or something like that. As an indicator, yeah, it's a very good indicator. Very, very good. I like it. Yeah, it's out with the pop. Yeah, I see it on the other screen there. It's a nice little push. Nothing too crazy, but nice looking chart. Yeah. Boom skis. Yeah, no, this stock has been good. Like this stock has been good the last few days. Like look at that, right? At least the last 2 days. So the fact that we broke out above that yesterday high today was a really clear message on this one today. And then we just talked about this strategy, right? The golden pocket retest, basically. So retested and then bounced. Very nice. Yeah, that looks good. Every time I see this stock run, it well, the like the you know how there's a body like the how they have FIFA, and like if you play like sports, whether it's like rec sports, anything, there's usually like a governing body for that specific sport. The one we have in the city is called ETSA. So every time I see this stock run, I'm like, oh, there goes soccer again. Except this one's a biotech stock, but same. 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 You can tell everybody had a good morning, and now we're a little bit slower. Everything just seems to be retracing, and all slow. Retracing and or slow. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Mm. This thing does look interesting of that above 50 cents, doesn't it? I still think it needs to clear that 50 EMA and the mini supply zone for a bit more volume, but it does look interesting down there, especially being down 50%. Being down 50%, like a mini daily, bottom feed type play. Do, 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 do. Mm. And let's see, how's ONMD looking? Same. Right, still $1.20 support. So you're clearly on a downtrend now, which is the problem we're having with this one. But that $1.20 is still your support, Harman. Time. Let me look at Amazon really quickly. Amazon. It's slowly curling, isn't it? Slowly curling. Okay. Yeah, no, Xwell is kind of in the same boat as the other one we just looked at. Olga, yeah. So really good base off 170, nice little demand zone, and it's slowly curling. Okay. And again, ONMD, like we keep saying, there's nothing's really changed, right? So 120 has been supported. It's been holding 120, nothing different. So we need Mr. Market Maker to wake up, and pump it. Wake up and pump it. There we go. So a little pushy there. A little pushy. Are you happy now, Harmon? Is that what you wanted? Yeah. Again, this stock has been one of the best, one of the best. Let's say one of the best because of like the levels, right? So $1.30 is still going to be your next resistance. 56 months. Yeah, let's play a game. Put your hand up if you would like me to time you out for 10 seconds. Let's go, Virus. 56 months is wild, isn't it? Craziness. Crazy. Let's go, Virus. Virus is a brother for life. Let's go. 56 more months, please. Yeah. Yep. It definitely is curling nicely, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why we kept saying like that low, close to 50 cents. Maybe there's something there for a bounce. Let's go. Let's go, Virus. So the last breath. Let's go, Virus. Yeah. 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 Virus, stay right where you are, Like we one of these summers, we need to take a vacation and visit. Yeah. Some nice, some nice views. It looks like ENSC came back retested and then it's slowly curling back up here. Lit sounds good. If we can get back above $1.30, I think that'd be a really good start, for ONMD. So for now, that level is just a problem. Is that a hand up? uh, no, virus can. I think virus can time anybody out. I think virus can time anybody out. Raven, what did you do? Unbelievable. Nice curl. Beautiful. Again, Greg, are you in this one? Are you in this, Greg? Are you in this one or not? Right? Okay, you're in at 120 then ish. So again, there was your plan, Greg, right? So I know you say you don't see it, but yeah, yeah. Also, again, ONMD has that downtrend, so this thing really needs to stay above that $1.20. Really needs to stay above $1.20 because it's clearly on a downtrend, right? I still think maybe you're watching too many stocks, Greg. Do you only have three up, or how many do you have up? How many do you have up? Looks like V is potentially selling off. Like again, it's the same thing, right? So it really needs to break out. Really needs to break out because it's the same resistance. So low 40s, right, seems to be the spot, and then it really needs to break out to the upside. Really needs to break out to the upside. Everything just seems to be hitting resistance though. Everything seems to be hitting resistance. Okay. And then AEHL is still just, trying here. Trying. There goes little 58. A little mini 58. 8% mining after getting in so late. Yeah, it's not bad. Right. We do have that red zone there in the downtrend, so that's kind of where you're struggling at. But at least you're green though. And there goes the rejection, right? So again, red zone, downtrend line, rejected. Surprise? Nope. No surprises there. No surprise. That's why we hate having these downtrends and supply zones there because they're always gonna. Sometimes they break through easily, but most of the time they act as resistance, which is annoying. What's your question, Carla, for that? 27 minutes ago. Okay. Is it possible? Yeah, potentially. Yeah. Not the best looking handle though. Right, that's way too low. And yes, look at that. Right, all the way back down to retesting that 6 level. Right, but again, that resistance right there was obvious. Right, you hope it breaks through, but it doesn't always do that. So when you combine the supply zone and the downtrend line together, you get confluence. And then you add a potential, double triple top there, you get even more confluence. And you add the stalling there for a few minutes, and you more confluence, right? So ONMD is still holding that stupid 120 level, which is good. So hopefully, uh, a marine now. The only levels that are available are the levels that do not say sold out. Where can I see what you get? Yeah. So if you click on the membership levels, they tell you what you get already. So click this link at the bottom there from Nightbot. It should tell you. Should I wait? What are you waiting for? $1.20, Chase. $1.20. Should I wait to? I don't. What are you looking at, Sadden? Come on, ONMD, you can do it. Where's the market maker, guys? Where's the market maker? Come on now. You will be roasted. Don't buy the level that says sold out. The chat will love for you to be roasted. Come on, can we get back above $1.30? Are we asking for too much? Greg, what's your entry on this one again? Like 121? There we go, 130. Again, that 130 is our resistance. Just get the hell above the damn level. Just go already. Go already. Go already. Come on. So this was resistance early in the day, right? So we're gonna have to deal with that level again. Yeah. For ENSC, yeah. When anything hits resistance, you expect it to, you know, two things: cause chaos. Exactly, T. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah. So try not to sign up for that level. Uh, so we got rejected. Surprise, surprise. No. And then now your next logical level is I mean, you do have an uptrend line there, but really, like, you almost want to retest at 62-ish. Ready? Yeah, no, this 130 is going to be a bit of a problem. So hopefully, we do have a pretty thick demand zone down here, though. Thick demand zone. So help us, demand zone. Help us. Help us. Help us, demand zone. We just need we need to say some of those keywords, so the Mr. Market Maker in the chat can wake up, like Bestes and Boomskis. ONMD. Come on, Market Maker. He's like, leave me alone. You guys made monies today. Virus. Yeah, if you're consistently losing money and you're not getting the proper education, and you're consistently losing money, then you're just playing with yourself. Alrighty. Um, that's it. So that's it. Let's go, Alex. I'm out for the day. $12,000 profits on ONMD. Then switched to ENSC. Took some nice profits. Woo! Beautiful, Alex. Beautiful. That's a good day. That is a good day. You're gonna have a good weekend. Yeah, love it. Congratulations. Uh, yeah. No, that's okay. Let them hate you. Right? Yeah. Let me hold 3K real quick. Congratulations. Yes, love it. I call and you're done for the day. Good job. Yeah. Go enjoy your day, celebrate that. Go and enjoy your day. Looks like we're bouncing off the uptrend line there for ENSC. We do, Omar. We do. Yeah. But so are you, though, right? So are you. Yeah. You never want to be in a position where you're like, oh, I want to make less money so I can. I mean, the circumstances, though, the situations where you're like, if you're working a job, right? You're like, you know what? I make a lot of money, and I don't want to work more so I can pay more. Then that makes sense. That's different. Yeah. We enough. Virus. Don't listen to Virus, guys. Virus is out of the country. Actually, yeah. That's the craziest thing about the US system is like, even if you do leave, you still have to pay taxes. Crazy, huh? It's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. You're looking to retire next year? Amazing, Alex. Good job. Yeah, that's amazing. Come join us in Discord, Alex. I know where you live. I'm gonna find you. Come join us. Alrighty. Uh, yeah. Make a business in yeah, yeah. You could do that, Chase. You could do that. Exactly, virus. Yeah, Alex. See, there you go. That's amazing. Amazing. Beyond Meat MJ. That thing seems to just keep coming back and then dying and then coming back and then dying and then yeah. Uh, hmm, cool. Beyond fake meat. I think that's the annoying thing when the day goes on like this, closer to lunchtime, is some of these stocks just lose volume. Now ONMD is, like it's bouncing nicely, but it can't seem to break out. There's nothing we could do about that, right? You could pick $1.30, $1.20 as your support, and it's a good entry. But then once we get to $1.30, like we don't know if it's gonna break out. You can't predict the volume that's gonna come in. So you just have to do the right thing and hope that it works out, with the plan for the downside. So we shall see. V is curling a little bit here. And then looks like we really want to test that 62-ish, 63, 62 for ENSC. AEHL is still looking okay, 57 cents. AEHL. Uh, okay. Yeah, it's very tight, isn't it? Very, very tight. But knows so we do rockets, Sham? Yes. Yes, yes. Spam the rockets. It's working. I mean, it's working, Sham. It's working. It's trying. It's working. Hey, look at you! Look at you go! Look at you go! 127. Right again, like I said, that 120 level is nice. We just can't tell where the volume is going to come from. So there's nothing we can do about that. Where is the boom skis? Super, super slow. Okay. Virus, are you recovered now? You're just feeling better? Did they have an offering? They had something. I think they might not tell you because it doesn't quite say. They're not gonna tell you, but I think what they've done is there's a way they're getting that money. DC. They're like, hey, we're gonna, like so something like this. Plans to support the Genius Plan, establishing a $10 billion phase target. So I don't know if that's how much they're, looking to. Where do you think they're getting $10 billion from, or five, or 1 billion, or 100 million? Right? Where's all that money coming from? For a stock that's 55 cents. If this stock had, if they had $100 million, they wouldn't be at 55 cents. Because the market cap is 5 million. So yeah, right? So sometimes they don't even have to tell you that they're doing an offering. They're gonna do it in like fishy ways, and then you're like, wait, how come the stock is crashing 50%? Like, what happened? Well, someone was dumping it. So they don't always tell you. V is slowly going. Like I said, this one's still a swing play, right? So as much as it's not really a main play for today. You're back alive? Okay, good, 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 good. Do, 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 do. Can you pump spy virus? Can we close at 690? Just do something nice. Do something nice, virus. 690. Breakout and boomskis. Dang, these stocks are all just chilling here. Chilling. No vibes. Just chilling. That would be nice. But that sounds sus. ONMD is looking suspicious here, isn't it? Super, super suspicious. The volume just not coming in at that, that resistance there is making them test the bottom of the range again here. Testing the bottoms of the range. Xwell. Yeah, you can see we're still playing with $1.20 here. Just playing with it. It's like, oh, here's $1.20. Oh, here's $1.22. Oh, here. Yeah. Xwell is kind of doing the exact same thing with the bottom of the range, Benji. So support around like 160, 168, and then resistance closer to $1.80. Righty. So, but it is holding that support though, like right there. So as long as you continue to stay above that level, it's not bad. Um, what if I told you that Beyond Meat wasn't pumping? What would you say? What would you say? BYND. Oh, it is pumping. I mean, relatively though, it's 14%, so can't really call this pumping. But it does look good. Maybe all those headlines are finally catching up, Sam. It's about time it did something. Yeah, that's a nice little push. Are you in this one, Sam? You are? Nice job. Good job. Good jobs. Yeah, that golden pocket breakout again, it's coming through nicely again. Some good breakouts in this one. Nothing crazy. Like 14% is, not crazy, but at least it's moving in the right direction now. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, no, Beyond Meat's been dropping a brand new headline like every day now. Every day. They're really trying to pump the stock. Yeah, so that's 62 we talked about, right? So basically a retest, Harmon. Yeah. So you can see that level on the left hand side, that where that VWAP is at. So test and bounce. Beyond fake meat. Okay. 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 Slow, slow, slow. Yeah, we're 20 minutes away from like noon, so this is usually the slow period. ONMD is still just kind of sitting there. Everything really, really slowed down. Yeah, it's up. And then Xwell is retesting the bottom again. ETSA is retesting the top, so testing resist. Ooh, okay. ETSA says, let me break through real quick. Let me break through just a little bit. Just a quick breakout. Very nice. Yeah, that 250 there next. At 66, Marwan into what? Yes, Sadin. If you're testing the bottoms too much, then yeah, it is weak. Yeah. So you got in 5,000 shares of ENSC. Yeah, ETSA looks good, Omar. Looks good. Does TA work, Rob? Does it work? Does it work? Do, 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 do. That's the music they play before the rock for the market. ah, ah, ah. Do, do, do. You know what's it's funny because it does sound like that T virus. It just sounds like it. We don't know what the music sounds like, but you just know that that has to be it. And then someone is in the background smiling, you know? Yeah. We don't know what Epstein smiles like, but we know, like, you know, you can kind of guess. Do, 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 do. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we might wake up on Monday and like it's a -2%, 3% day because of like the Middle East, you know? Because maybe Iran got slapped or something like that. So we're definitely set up for some blood. Do, 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 do. I think what's interesting though, virus, is technically we've been getting blood. Like if you look at the Amazon's bounced, but like you look at a lot of those names, they're already down 30%. So I wonder if like they do the Uno card, and say, we already gave you the dips. Yeah, virus, I think it's coming. I think it's coming. That might be the signal to slap the markets to the abyss. But again, a lot of these names have been slapped though. So I mean, last time we were down 50, 60% though. So there still is room to the downside. There's room to the downside. Uh, okay. This one's slowly, slowly creeping up, isn't it? Slowly, slowly creeping up. BATL off the golden pocket. Yeah. There it goes. A nice little curly BATL. Again, the beautiful golden pocket showed up there. And they said, let me curl, please. Let me curl, please. And then beyond meat, you can kind of see a bit of a retest. A bit of a retest. V is almost back to the top there. Right? So those dips were nice. Those dips were nice. Virus, you're done. You're really asking me, Ahmad, what is a golden pocket? Really? If I find you, Ahmad, if I find you, you're not sure what a golden pocket is. I'm gonna ignore you until you watch those videos. You have the video. Watch it. Virus, have a wonderful weekend. Virus, see you in Discord. Much love. Do better. Yes, please. Do better. Is it done? Is this thing done? No. No, I think it looks very weak though. Like very weak because we couldn't break out, right? I think the level I'd be watching for potential done signal is like a dollar. If we break below $1.10. Yeah. See you in Discord, KB. Yeah. So yeah, your next support is going to be closer to $1.10 there for ONMD. If this thing had a bit more volume, it does have a lot of volume actually. Um, V, like the volume is 3 million. The average volume is 800, 900,000 shares. So yeah. Miss Fraser, what's your position? What do you in at on that one? Nice little curlies. Okay, let me look at some of these names. So BTOC. What's your position in this play, Miss Fraser? It just seems like you're playing with resistance here. This thing hasn't been able to break above like 42, 42.50, 42.50, 43 cents. So your entry seems to be closer to 38.50 as long as it stays, and then resistance at 40, 43-ish if it can break out. Alrighty. KLTO, I think is what you're asking for, right? Even though you didn't add the last ticker symbol in there, Ronald. KOTO, the reason I know is because I saw it on the other screen and it looks good. Yeah, nice little pop pop. Ronald, what's you in at 61 cents? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You gave me the price too. Yeah, no, you're green in that position. It looks good. Yeah, looks good. Like here comes 67. Looks good. Alrighty. Okay. Uh, Bill Clinton says, I would not have flown on Jeffrey's plane if I had any inkling of what he was doing. uh, uh, yeah, what a guy. I would not have flown on the plane if I had any idea what he was doing. Yeah. But then you went to the island and you did stuff. Hmm. that is the reason. Yeah, craziness. These guys are funny. Yeah. Oh, okay. Time to get rid of the bag. Yep. You're holding a bag at what price? What price? This thing's been curling really nicely, hasn't it? So now you're testing the VWAP. Again, really good demand zone. Yeah. Really good demand zone there. And a nice curl. Again, golden pocket curl. ONMD, right? Your next support is that $1.10. And like I said, is it done yet? No, I don't think it's completely garbage, right? If it can stay above that dollar. Oh, okay. Look at that. It's back into the 120s, right? So it's not dead. It's fighting for its life. It looks like it's testing that 62 support. Doesn't look amazing though. It looks like it's trending down, obviously. But if it can stay above this level, you might have a shot. Alrighty. Beyond Meat is looking good though. New highs of the day. Super slow. Super slow. Mm. And there goes ENSC trying to bounce, right? So, like that spot is support for you. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, Richie, we have a market maker in the chat. Oh, you guys just FOMO, you know? You just FOMO at the bottoms. But again, it is support. So if it's going to bounce a little bit, that's the level. Beyond fake meat. Yeah, no, it's doing okay, Sam. Good job. Good job. Good job. Can it get to $1 though? That is the question. Can it get to $1? Mm-mm-mm. 120. Yeah, no, if you can clear $1, then yeah, obviously. That would be your next logical target. $63. Ronald? Okay. Okay. Yeah, at least you recovered some of the money back, right? So yeah, not bad. And yeah, it failed and then came back down for a retest. ETSA is still doing a good job with like bouncing up the 50 EMA. Off the 50 EMA. Yeah, no, these golden pocket retests are really nice. Right? Really, really nice. So a double bottom and a golden pocket and then a curl. Oof, easy money. Easy money. Easy money on ETSA. Beyond Meat is like, hey, I just want to keep going. What's punch? Okay. The crypto flip sauce? I have no idea. I've never looked at that. Yeah, I've never looked into that. Do people actually still buy like crypto that isn't like the main, main crypto, Bitcoin, ETH? If you want to if you want to go a bit far out there, you can start looking at like XRP and Solana. Do people still go outside of that? I'm sure they do. Just not something I'm interested in anymore. Unless crypto explodes and then we have like the meme rally. I think other than that, like, yeah, stacking XRP XLM. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, mostly just the main ones. Beyond fake meat, it's super slow, but it's moving in the right direction. Moving in the right direction. Yeah, too crazy. People made some nice money, Sham, on that stuff. Some nice monies. And then crypto crashed. I'm sure that time will come back again in the future if and when. Let's just say if, if Bitcoin ever goes crazy again and people are flush with monies, yeah, meme coins are gonna return. Didn't look back, yeah. I mean, honestly, anything Trump has ever touched in that space, anything crypto related, it's turned into garbage. And then he showed up, and then Bitcoin crashed. Like anything related to Trump and crypto, even like the sons, everything, the kids, I guess. But yeah, I think they're just pulling money out of everything they can pull money out of. Is what it feels like. Mm. So when you look at those golden candles, common, you want to make sure that it's stalling. Like if you see a golden candle and it's not stalling or consolidating, then I wouldn't pay too much attention to it yet. So the golden candle isn't like an immediate like, oh, okay, if we're getting to a red zone and there's a golden candle, a double top golden candle, stalling golden candle, then yeah, you pay a lot of attention to it. But now when it's still trending up like that, you don't want to be dumping positions. Because then you sell that position and then they're like, oh yeah. Beyond Fake Meat is going for $1 and Sam is smiling. Yeah. Smiling. Yup. 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 No, I think the last time he was in power they didn't make monies, but I think this time I think this time is gonna be different. ONMD is still fighting for its life here, guys. We're back to 125. Right? Like that thing is not done yet if it can stay above that 200 EMA, but it's kind of annoying now, isn't it? Very annoying. Beyond Fake Meats. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, that's what politics seems to be like now for anybody, honestly. I mean, not Trump, Biden had issues with his kids in politics. Like, everybody just goes in there now for, to collect. Everybody goes to collect. They're like, hey, my turn. Show me the monies. Uh, $1. Sid, did you get into Beyond Fake Meat? ENSC is still holding up though, isn't it? Right? They're still holding that bottom there. There it goes. 65. Not bad. Oh, Beyond Meat is creeping above $1. Not bad, not bad at all. Not bad. Huh? 93? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. From last year's run, a small bag. Oh my days. Benji, hopefully it comes back for you. Okay. $4? Okay. $1. What do you mean it's hard run? Because it's not dipping? That's funny. Yeah, it's really not cooking, is it? I mean, it's fine though. Traumatic? Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. The markets are slow and we're watching Beyond Meat move up like 1 cent, for Beyond Meat? Oh, yeah. That thing would need a lot more volume and a lot more, to, yeah, because it's very slow. Very slow. Yeah. That's not bad though. At least it's back above $1. Because a lot of people are holding bags. Yeah, it's not a bad run. That's another example of a golden pocket retest and then boom skis. Is anybody still holding this one, ENSC? Anybody? Mm, no, total. No, 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 no. Do, 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 do. Okay. 57. Okay. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, if you got in at 57, that means you've been holding this thing, the entire time it ran all the way up there to 75. You didn't sell it, Sham. Why? Why? Why hold it all the way back down? Richie Edmonton. Edmonton. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Mm, 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 mm. 1 second. Oh, you sold half? Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Good job. Hmm. 2, 2, 6. I think the only issue with Beyond Meat is like it's just so slow because the float is so big. It's like almost half a like almost, yeah, 440,000 440 million shares. So that thing needs like so much hype and a catalyst, and like it needs all the things to align for the volume to really kick in. Needs all the juice. Maybe next week. Maybe next week that thing can cook. Mm, 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 mm. Yep, it does. It wants to. It just needs the volume. I think if you can break it back above that 67, I think the juice might come in. Alex, how come you're not outside? Go outside, Alex. Go enjoy the sun. You have nothing else to do you? I thought you were going to mm, mm. Oh, you're on your lunch break? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it does feel like lunch. It is lunch. Very slow. Why is it a fake up? What do you mean fake up? Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. So that 62 area wasn't too bad, was it? Harman, are you still in your position? Are you still in there or no? I think someone was holding 5,000 shares at 65, so you're back to green. Uh, can I go to $1, Richie? We were on the verge of dying, Richie. We were literally on the verge of dying here. Now we're bouncing back up, and you're worried about $1. Yeah, no, we would need to break above this 75.80. If we can clear that 75, then yeah. But now there's work to be done. Yeah, that the damn thing is just chilling there now. Same range. Oh, 64. Okay. PSKY. Are you in this one? I mean, nice, slow, and steady movement. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be explosive because the float is almost 900 million. So this is one of those slow and steady ones. Yeah. Harmon, are you delayed? We've had some crazy Fridays, but those though you don't usually happen till like the last hour or after hours. We've had some pretty crazy after hours lately. So maybe after hours, one of these names will fly, fly. Mm. Mm. Interesting. Let's give it another, let's say 10 minutes, guys, and then we can hop off and go back to Discord. Dio, why is the market selling off? I don't understand the question. The reason I say I don't understand is because there's so many reasons for the market to sell off, especially going into the weekend when we have like troubles with not we but like all the drama with Iran and everything else that's going on, especially into the weekend. People are gonna want to take the profits before the weekend and then buy some fake meat, just in case war starts. At least they have some fake meat to eat. That's why. I'm kidding, by the way. Some fake meats. What are my thoughts on ALBT? What's your position, Anthony, in ALBT? ALBT. What's your position in ALBT? Yeah, DDT. Yeah, see, Beyond Meat or spam. At that point, I'd rather eat. I'd rather eat Beyond Meat. 109. So you're right in that position then. Yeah, I think you're actually swinging this position. So you have been holding this for some time then. Yeah. I mean, you obviously held this thing overnight all the way down to 70 cents. So you're kind of willing to stomach that, right? If I were in your position, I would be looking for that thing to maybe stay above this last golden pocket here. So 88 cents. If we start breaking below that level, I'd consider getting rid of it. For now, you're just kind of hoping that it can eventually break out back above it. If you can break a dollar, then you're most likely going to get that dollar nine. Right. So for now, I think you're just hoping that it can stay above, this 88 cents, stay above the 200 EMA, the VWAP. If you really wanted to give it a lot of room, 80 cents would kind of be like my last line in the sand. Alrighty. So hopefully it goes up for you though. Daryl, good job today. Alrighty. Have a wonderful weekend. Green day, green week. Let's go. Well done. High five. Yeah. Have a wonderful weekend. See you in Discord. See you in Discord. Beyond fig meat. 68. Okay. You're welcome, Anthony. Have a great weekend, Frank. Thank you. See you in Discord. Dividend date. The second Monday. This is pretty slow, isn't it? Yeah, almost like everybody just left. Today was a good day, though. Yeah. Hebrew, good job. Well done. Yeah, that was a nasty dip there. Yeah, no, today was a good day. Most people made monies, right? Especially coming into the open. And like, as much as ONMD is annoying, this stock was pretty beautiful, right? This was beautiful. So, yeah, most people made their monies, moved on, and then the markets got really slow. So maybe at the end of the day, we'll pick up again, hopefully. Usually, what happens on a Friday? So, usually, 66. Do you have a stop loss in mind, Richie? Because you're a penny off, right? Which isn't that bad. If you don't get a bounce here off 64, then you might have to. But yeah, let me know if you we have a little bit of time, right? Like 6 minutes left. So, but yeah, let me know if you have any last questions, guys, and whatnot, and then we shall hop off and continue in Discord. ALBT is still holding, so that's good. Hopefully, it stays above that bottom there. And then ENSC is like, nope, rejection, rejection, rejection. Do we like it? Do we like it? VA. I mean, there's really, honestly, there's not a whole lot going on here. You can scalp it. Not at this price, though, because you add resistance here. Yeah. Through today, someone made on ONMD. Alex, yeah, that was Alex. Comment, yeah. Come join us in Discord. Comment, come join us. Come join us. Raven, you're done. Sounds good. Yep, exactly. Raven, have a wonderful weekend. Alrighty, you can go bug your wife now. And yeah, see you in Discord. Yeah, no, I think Go was spamming this one earlier. Spam, spam, spam. Hopefully he made some monies on this though, or maybe still in this. More oh, you are? Raven doesn't want Beyond Meat, guys. He wants the real meat. Unbelievable. Be nice to the animals, Raven. I wonder if Go is still in this one, Sid. Hopefully. Hopefully he's making some monies. See you in Discord, T. Yeah, we'll hop off in a few minutes. Yeah, like 4 more minutes, and then we'll hop off. Alrighty. And I'm sure we're still going to be watching a lot of the same names. Yeah. A lot of the same names. ONMD is just like super annoying. But again, it's still holding that 200 EMAs. So it's really not garbage yet. Not completely. So if it can stay above that, that's fine. Like I said, V is more of a swing play into next week, right? Your entry for this play was closer to 40 cents, or maybe a breakout. So see if they can break out again at some point. See if it can break out at some point, and then ENSC just back to retesting the same stupid bottom that it bounced at last time. Ooh, maybe this time. Maybe this time. That every time we're about to hop off, a stock is like, "Hey guys, please don't leave. Please don't leave me. The shorts are gonna come for me." That's what ONMD is doing right now. It's like, I'll become the favorite again. Oh, you better do it in the next 2 minutes. Have a wonderful weekend, Luna. It's like, please don't leave me. The shorts are not gonna be nice to me. Please. Oh, you better get moving. Yeah. There it goes. There's a nice block at 27 there, though. It's like, I promise I'll break out above 27, $1.27. If you promise not to leave me. See? Now they're eating the damn block. Silliness, huh? Yeah. Silliness. Well, yeah, no, that was a good shout there, Sid. Slow and steady on that one. Slow and steady. See you in Discord, Nancy. Have a wonderful weekend. Yup. Yup. But then again, I think we have, a really good group of people. It's very rare that we miss out on something like that, Very rare. Yeah, that was a pretty these were pretty nice bottoms. And then it did a really good job. Like over the last few weeks, like look at that base at $18. Look at that. Eat snow, super green. Let's go. Well done. Yeah, look at that, right? $18 base, 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 base. This is the thing with swing plays, like you just never know. Like you never know when the run is gonna come. And sometimes you could see the bottom, you just don't know. And then it frustrates you for a long time and then eventually. So swing plays. We're still playing with 127. Actually, it did pop to 129, guys. ONMD. 129. Some beyond fake me calls. Yeah, it looks okay. Like look at that. Again, it's super slow. Like it's so slow, but at least it's moving in the right direction. At least. It's finished. If it breaks below 60, like if it breaks below this last base, then yeah. The stock is just waiting for us to get off the stream. Just waiting. It's like, go now. Just leave. So I can thrust without you guys. uh, yeah, I know. It does have some good vibes though. Like, it looks good. If that thing had a smaller float, you might already be at $5. But the float is as big as, I don't know. Yeah, no, Carl, ENSC is just fighting at the bottom here. So that's another test and it's trying to curl again. So no, it is not dead yet. And ONMD is stupid with that resistance there. So until it breaks above $1.30, it just seems to have issues. Issues. Yeah. Beyond fake meat. May. Not bad. Alrighty, guys. I think we're gonna leave it here for the day, though. Yeah, and yeah, especially it's a Friday, so next week that thing might actually get moving. With a bit more hype over the weekend, maybe. But yeah, so not a horrible idea as long as you're not paying too much for them. Yeah, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. We'll continue in Discord. So if you want to join us in Discord, come join us. Fridays are usually, like, I don't know, we've had some pretty impressive rallies on Fridays after the close. So if you do want to join us in Discord, come join us. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on some nice rallies. I can smell the rallies coming. Something's going to go crazy today. Maybe this one? Maybe. Beyond fake meat? Maybe. Who knows? Anyways, don't forget to smash a like before you go, guys. If you haven't already, please and thank you. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And again, if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and come join us. Alrighty. And then yeah, we'll go from there. Let's go, Dan. Just in time. We're hopping off. Have a wonderful weekend, Dan. Hopefully, you're having the best time with your wife on vacation and eating a whole bunch of food and doing push-ups. Do some push-ups to burn some calories. Yeah, much love, Dan. Have a wonderful weekend. Ron, have a wonderful weekend. Richie, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Alex, yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Doug, bye for now. See you next week. Jay, have a wonderful weekend. Desmond, have a wonderful weekend. Ready? You're eating spam? Lord have mercy. All the, I know you're saving for CLA 45, but like, at least eat some crickets better than spam. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Come join us in Discord, Sam. Ready? Olga, bye for now. Have a wonderful weekend. Steph, later. Have a good weekend, Cham. Why is this scam? Unbelievable. Have a good weekend, Jay. Eddie. Yeah. Well, we'll see in Discord. We'll take a look. Alrighty, everybody. Bye for now. Much love. Bye, guys.